Talk and Power, your motorsport and motoring radio show. Now on 88.5 FM, The Valley Comes Alive. And podcasting across iTunes and talkandpower.com.au.
Now, Nick, you know I've built some pretty mental cars over the last 30 years. But that pink Torana over there, I've got to tell you, nothing that I have built compares to that. Twin turbocharged big block in a LH 4-door?
LX.
LX with a LH front. Okay, there you go. This is the owner, Allyce, yes?
Yes.
Yes? Tell us about the car. How did it come to be? Because that is the most... Like, if it had different plates on it, I think they should say Death Trap or something.
Yeah, that's probably not far from the point. So I bought a LH SLR in 2006, and it got yellow stickered when I was 25. So I drove it from 18 to 25, and I thought, okay, no worries, take it to the Motorplex, run it on methanol, whoop-ass warrior, motivation. Then it went into burnout comp. So for the 14-15 season, I came 7th. And then continued to do a few burnout comps after that, but then we lost a few engines. And
that was a 308 or
350.
350 Chev?
And then we upgraded to a 383, and then we were losing like an engine a skid. So I got to the point where I was like, nah, this isn't worth our time. And then I actually took it to Collie after we'd put the little 350 back in.
Yep.
And it tried to burn itself to the floor.
Oh.
Yeah, so the LH SLR original so I went, nah, that's it, that's done. I found the shell sitting out in a paddock out near Wooroloo.
Yep.
It's the old Reaper burnout car.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's Reaper. So it's got metal flares on the rear, it had the roll cage, it had the chassis kit. It was just a shell, everything in it, family built, ground up. I got made redundant, so that's the only reason it's happened. So 6 months of bodywork by me. My dad done the driveline. The reason it's got turbos is because there's nowhere for an exhaust to go. So that was him. It's still got some teething problems. I do want to do burnouts in it. That's what I want to do, but at the moment I'm happy it just runs and stops.
It's on methanol?
E85.
E85, yep.
Yeah, so it's got a UC dash in it. It's got just aftermarket seats. It's got pink race belts in it. It's DNA fuchsia pink. So it took about 30 hours to paint it. It's got.
You guys painted it?
Yeah, so I did all the body. My friend Kev did the pink. My sister and I spent 5 hours taping in all the flames.
Yeah.
And then the skulls that are on the front is a stencil.
Yeah.
So that was me with a gun, stencil.
Wow,
and
that's
the flames.
amazing.
And my friend just had to stand and watch because I knew when to stop with the paint.
That's incredible. That is
incredible.
You know,
that is a real credit because the paintwork. I had just a quick look at that as well. Simon dragged me over there and said, "You got to check this car out. You've got to look at this."
Yeah.
Dragged me down there, and I'm glad he did because that is a magnificent paint job.
And you know what, Nick? During the course of the day, I've had because I spent a lot of time hanging around that car. I mean, that is just great. That's the sort of thing that I build.
Yeah, I know.
and you know, that for me, as someone that engineers these things, what I found so many solutions in that car to problems that I go, oh, no, there's not enough room for that. But you guys have figured it out.
I mean, it's my dad. My dad, Andrew, it's an absolute credit. Andrew Watts, absolute credit to him. And I mean, it was only on Wednesday he was removing the intercooler to get it to idle because it was suffering, like no oxygen. It was just suffocating.
Yep. Yeah. So while I was there, I saw so many people take photos and comment about the paint. And I honestly thought that it was like some big paint shop that had done it.
No.
That's incredible. Absolutely incredible.
No, so like, so the whole point... It's got a bit of a story for me is because I have my other one's pearl maroon and I had not a fan of the colour, but this one I was like, well, pink, I like pink. It gets girls to come up and look at it. It doesn't matter if you know anything about cars. As long as you see a pink car, you see a pink beacon, you're gonna go.
Yeah.
And then it's got the big block with the turbos, so all the boys come up to as well. So it just gets everyone involved. That's all it's for.
It's
getting
crazy.
people involved.
So power glide transmission?
No, T400.
T400. Wow.
Yeah, 9-inch T400, 454 but 496.
Any plans? I noticed it's got a roll cage in it. Any plans on racing it?
Hopefully. Burnout comp is where I want to go.
Yeah.
But if that fails, drag racing's fine.
I'm a bit gutted now, Nick.
Well, my other one used to run a 12.9 just with a 350 and methanol, so that's just a straight car.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
It's a beautiful car, and you've done a magnificent job, Allyce.
Thanks, guys.
It is a really nice car. a fine example. I must be honest, when you arrived this morning, I think I was over there somewhere, a bit stressed out, and I saw that coming. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Then you started it up. I said, that's even better.
Exactly. It gets everyone involved.
You know, and there's a great story behind this because it's really been a family effort, hasn't it?
It's the labour of love. Yep. It's definitely a labour of love.
Thanks for coming on and telling us all about it.
Not a problem.
No, we appreciate that.
Thanks for having me.
You don't have a website or a Facebook page where people can follow the car?
I do have a Facebook page, but it's just the XMy350 or 454.
Okay.
But
So
I don't really use it. Because it never really... It goes on the tow truck and it goes to an event, it goes back on the tow truck and it goes back in the shed. Yeah, we're working on it.
You need to exploit it.
We're working on it.
You need to have T-shirts and hats and stubby holders.
One day.
But you probably don't have time. I mean, if you're working on that car all the time, I can imagine you probably don't have time to be Instagramming or Facebooking.
Yeah, well, it's not just that one because my VS Clubby decided to not play the game and I lost that engine a few months ago, so that's on the... So it kind of just goes back to the Batbird, but I mean, we've got 2 EK sedans and an EK Ute to do as well. So this is, and my other Torana. My other Torana's in rust repair.
Listen, I don't want to throw a spanner in the works here, but there seems to be a common denominator with these engines blowing up.
No, me. There's been burnouts where you can see me driving around and I've just finished a skid and I've jumped out and the whole radiator explodes and I'm covered in fluid. Yeah, it's me. It's me wrecking these engines.
Fair enough. Allyce, we really appreciate your time coming up here and saying yes to coming over and doing an interview. We really appreciate that, and thanks for that, and all the best with the car.
Well, thank you. Hopefully, motivation will be really, really good.
I look forward to seeing you.
As long as I have a brake pedal as I'm going down the track, I'm really happy.
That's good news. All right, thanks for that.
Thanks.
Talk and Power, your motorsport and motoring radio show. Now on 88.5 FM. The Valley Comes Alive. And podcasting across iTunes and talkandpower.com.au.